with a lot of different guys.
I just do the fist bump.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, that's easy.
Fist bump is easy.
It's easy, man. It's old school.
Yeah.
He's got choreographed stuff with people all around the league.
Grant and I
As long as he's
working on
played.
something.
We've been working on something.
Yeah, I look forward to that later on.
Yeah.
Lakers outscore the Cavaliers by 30 in the second half when they scored 81. This is that extra gear we talked about as LeBron finishes with 31 and 8 assists. Dwight Howard 15 rebounds, as well as another made threes, 3 of 5 on the season. And the Lakers have now won 9 in a row. I know it's a lesser opponent tonight, but there's something to winning the games you're supposed to win. And as you heard the guys say, the Lakers are now 21-0 against teams under 500.
And it is. It's a mark of a good team. When you take care of business every night, you're supposed to. When a team comes in who has a worse record than you are, a team that's below 500, you're supposed to beat those teams if you're an elite team. And they're taking care of business, doing everything that they're supposed to be doing right now. And I think, look, they had their struggles with the Clips early in the year, but they're trending in the right direction, the Lakers are right now.
Yeah, I mean, the mentality to be able to take care of business against a lesser opponent. And we see all the time, teams being upset, teams, either going on the road or overlooking a team. They've been locked in and engaged. And, we talked earlier tonight about the spirit in that locker room, but it's almost like they're on a mission. Like and it's surprising because there's a lot of new faces, a lot of new guys. And historically, LeBron going to a new environment, it's taken some time to really gel. And it's like they've gelled from day one. And, it's scary. It's scary to see how together they are as a unit. There's no, other than maybe Kuzma's trainer tweeting something about LeBron, there's been nothing.
No, not much in the way of drama, no.
Yeah, so it's refreshing. I know for LeBron at this point in his career, to be able to just focus on playing and helping your team win and having complete buy-in by everyone. No issues with the coaching. It's fun to watch. And the Lakers, as you said, a winning team. That's what they do. They take care of business, and they took care of business tonight.
And another win without Anthony Davis in the lineup tonight, still dealing with that bruised tailbone he suffered last Tuesday against the New York Knicks. Again, assuming that some of you weren't there earlier tonight when we talked about this, your thoughts on the Lakers in terms of their roster and what, if anything, needs to be tweaked with the deadline coming up here in a few weeks?
I worry about overall shooting from the perimeter. I mean, I think, obviously they shot the ball well tonight, but I think maybe adding another shooter to the mix. And the jury's still out on Kuzma. I don't know what version of Kuzma they'll get. I mean, I think obviously he had injuries this summer and didn't start the season off healthy. But they're going to need that third guy, I believe, to win a championship. It's all about winning championships with this team this year. But other than that, they defend, they get after it. We talked earlier about the team and how locked in they are and playing for one another. So it's there's a lot of uncertainty still what's going to happen, but you have to certainly look at the Lakers as a team that can represent the West and possibly win it all.
Yeah, I think that you look at this team right now, they're probably, you brought it up earlier tonight, Matt, a player away from really being solid where you can't find any holes. And I think if they can go out and find a guy here before the deadline, and there are not a lot of them that are going to be available, but a guy who can go get his basket without having to run a play for him.
Somebody who can bring off the bench,
a la
probably.
Derrick Rose-ish. That would give them another guy where you can rest LeBron. You don't have to run every bit of the offense through him. Give him a few minutes and let a guy like Derrick Rose go wild. I think they're missing one of those guys.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. Another shot maker, somebody who can create for himself and maybe facilitate an offense. Again, when LeBron's not on the floor, because obviously everything's going to run through him when he's out there. Lakers move to 33-7 on the season. That is the second best 40-game start in franchise history, and you guys may be aware, they've had some pretty good teams.
Oh, very good.
In LA.
Yeah.
Second best.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
They win at 128-99. Back with more complete highlights from this Monday night around the NBA on the other side here on a fresh edition of Game Time. You were wearing the purple tie tonight in support of one of the participants in the football game.
I had to support the SEC.
Is that, yeah?
Yeah.
You buy into that?
No.
No, I didn't either. I never have either. But
Just convenient.
my school, as you know, is in the SEC as well, and I've never completely understood
Well,
that. Like,
yours is, but we don't consider Missouri an SEC school. I mean,
You know,
geographically, it doesn't make sense.
I got to be honest, we still don't really feel like an SEC in a lot of ways, but we're there, so that's the reality. But I don't completely understand the rooting for the other teams in your conference thing. No.
I don't know.
That was never a thing when I was young, in the Big 12 or Big 8 or whatever, like Kansas was our big rival. I would never root for Kansas.
No?
Do anything. No.
Why?
They're the rival.
You're that petty?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely I am.
Okay, all right. Now I know.
Yeah, you're absolutely that petty.
Petty mad.
Lakers up by 24, by the way. And take me through the dynamic of this game, because you guys have both been on both ends of this, I'm sure. You got a team that's an elite team. You got a team that's not a very good team. They probably both have a pretty good idea what the ultimate outcome is going to be, even though the Cavaliers led the entire first half. What does it feel like from both ends?
Well, when you're on a losing team, you feel good about yourself. You come out, you're playing well, and in the back of your mind, you know that, okay, this team is at some point going to make a run.
Probably have another gear.
They have another gear, and so it's kind of fool's gold,
Yeah.
And so it's demoralizing to know you can play your best and they can just kind of coast and, know that they can flip that switch and all of a sudden go on a 10-0 run, whatever, 15-3 run. And that really right there is what decides the game. And so you'd rather be on the Lakers side in that situation and as opposed to Cleveland. But it's tough when you're a losing team and, it just happens. And certain teams, I think back in the 90s, the Bulls, the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq. I mean, there's been some great teams in this league. And they just have that ability to turn the screws when they're ready. And all of a sudden now it's a blowout.
And this is a really young Cleveland team for the most part. I say for the most part because there are some veterans on this team. In fact, some guys who won championships with LeBron, including Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love. How tough is it for guys like that who've been around the block to beat their head against the proverbial wall night after night? And things are better than they were. They won at Denver the other night.
Yeah, it's really, you should, if you're talking about bad teams, come to me, because I know bad teams. Played on a few bad teams. And it is hard, like Grant was saying. You'll play. I could have written that script tonight. A young team going in there excited to play in the Staples Center against LeBron. They hang around for a while, and then the Lakers put their foot on the gas. And then inevitably what happens, the better teams start getting all the calls as well. And it's a helpless feeling when you're over there on the Cavs sidelines. But for those good players, the veteran players who've been around and won titles, it's got to be frustrating.
118-95 now. Lakers shooting 54% on the game. They've also dished out 30 assists, 8 of those by LeBron James, who, again, if you're just with us, passed Isaiah Thomas for 8th all-time on the career assist list. We're about 15 seconds of basketball time away from taking you out for the final 2 minutes of this. Not that there's a lot of drama there, but, why not?
Yeah, I mean,
it's live basketball.
Technically, you're supposed to finish the game, I guess.
Well, they will finish the game. By rule, they will finish the game.
I thought that was a rule.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I've got the book right here, in fact. Pretty sure it's a rule.
No, I'm pretty sure they do have to finish the game.
No, they will.
Yeah.
They will. I don't think there's any question about it. Kevin Love has 21 and 11 for the Cavaliers. He leads the way for the Cavs. 31 and 8 assists for LeBron James. And
It's easy.
It's easy, man. It's old school.
Yeah.
He's got choreographed stuff with people all around the league.
Grant and I
as long as he's played.
We've been working on something.
Yeah, I look forward to that later on.
Yeah.
Lakers outscore the Cavaliers by 30 in the second half when they scored 81. This is that extra gear we talked about as LeBron finishes with 31 and 8 assists. Dwight Howard 15 rebounds, as well as another made threes, 3 of 5 on the season. And the Lakers have now won 9 in a row. I know it's a lesser opponent tonight, but there's something to winning the games you're supposed to win. And as you heard the guys say, the Lakers are now 21 and 0 against teams under 500.
And it is. It's a mark of a good team. When you take care of business every night, you're supposed to. When a team comes in who has a worse record than you are, a team that's below 500, you're supposed to beat those teams if you're an elite team. And they're taking care of business, doing everything that they're supposed to be doing right now. And I think, look, they had their struggles with the Clips early in the year, but they're trending in the right direction, the Lakers are right now.
Yeah, I mean, the mentality to be able to take care of business against a lesser opponent. And we see all the time, teams being upset, teams, either going on the road or overlooking a team. They've been locked in and engaged. And, we talked earlier tonight about the spirit in that locker room, but it's almost like they're on a mission. Like and it's surprising because there's a lot of new faces, a lot of new guys. And historically, LeBron going to a new environment, it's taken some time to really gel. And it's like they've gelled from day one. And, it's scary. It's scary to see.